Well, Michael, a big battle that you're obviously right at the heart of. As you stand here now, emotions, feelings about the performance and the result?
Well, on one hand, disappointed because we didn't win. And obviously, when you wear this T-shirt, you want to win every game. But on the other hand, we know this is going to be a long season. This is a really tough stadium to come. And, well, we take the point. Obviously, we could have done things better. But I think the team showed a good mentality coming back from that goal.
What are your thoughts specifically on what you could have done better? 11 against 11 and then playing 10 men?
Yeah, maybe managing the game a little bit better, understanding what they were trying to do, how they were pressing, the spaces they were freeing for us, and trying to attack those maybe in the first half when they were going man-to-man so aggressively. And then with 10 men, a little bit more of patience with the ball. That doesn't mean complacency and playing like slow, but trying to find the wings and trying to elaborate a little bit more there to cross with players the box and try to threat a little bit more. Still, obviously, they're a good side, but I feel like the team did a good job today. We take the point, and obviously we keep going and let's win the next game.
And that next game is Brentford at home on Wednesday. And the positive, as he says, they did find a way from going one down when they were shocked.
Yeah, they did. And you'd like to think that Arsenal would find a way, especially going down to 10 men, the form they've shown up to this point this season, even coming off of 2 big games. But that's what happens when you're going to try and win the league. You've got all of the games are big now, and the teams you're going to play, they know it's a big game for them as well. I thought that Chelsea looked very dangerous. And with 11 men, I think that would have been a very, very tough game for us. But you have to be happy with a point away from home because, again, all that does is then puts a bit more pressure on the home game that's coming that you have to win.
OK, let's get the thoughts now of the Arsenal manager. Here he is, Mikel Arteta.
Well, Mikel, a real full-blooded derby for sure. What do you make of it as a contest, firstly?
Yeah, a really tough one. I think 2 teams that they play with a lot of intensity, aggression, will. You could sense that in every tackle, in every action, how much it was at stake. So that made it a game that in the beginning, especially the first 20 minutes, you could not see much, especially in any long sequences of play. And then the game started to settle and...
just the fact it's a London derby.
I mean, and what is at stake? 2 top teams fighting for the Premier League, so it's normal.
What problems did they give you tactically, 11 against 11?
The same that we gave to them. The moment that someone finds a superiority, a free play with the space and man-to-man, you have to track back. So it's clear on all the direct balls and second balls and who wins that duel.
At half-time, what did you say to your players and how near the top of the list was don't get a red card now, especially with them down to 10?
Yeah, so we had 4 players with yellow cards and you could see that they were targeting those players to get the game even and probably stay away from that. The one probably with biggest risk, it was Ricky. That's why I had to take him out against Estebao or Neto, that he could come in and look for him. We done that, but we didn't really settle because the first action in the second half, long ball, they get a foul, one free kick, corner, and a score. And then emotionally, you need to get through that. And it took us a while to get set, to get fixed, to be much more patient than we were in certain moments, to move them, to generate the spaces, and then we scored a brilliant goal. And then, we had 2 or 3 big chances, but the reality is every time that their keeper catches the ball, they were in transition.
Yes, they were. And let's round off the red card. Good afternoon. Chelsea, only the second team to stop Arsenal winning in any competition since the 24th of September. We had 10 men from 38 minutes onwards. I mean, he's calling it a statement result for Chelsea.
It is indeed, considering, as I said, the value of the opposition and the type of performance that the team played. Particularly, James was excellent. I think he's adapting to the position better and better. He's more comfortable. But today he had such an energy that I didn't see at the times. He was a lot of energy, a lot of quality. Very, very, very good. I think he was an example for everyone.
For him personally now, he just needs to stay fit, doesn't he? Because we know what a good player he is and just get that run of games.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't doubt his quality. We don't doubt his football intelligence. Is just about, being able to play longer without getting injured. That is the only concern about him. And also, he's a player, as we said, that we were talking Ian before whether I like him more as a midfielder or as a right back. I used to like him more as a right back, but now I'm reconsidering.
Interesting. And he actually took the corner for Chelsea's goal.
Yeah.
But before we see that, it actually came from a David Raya save.
Yeah.
Which, when we look at it, wasn't going in. But obviously, David Raya doesn't know that at the time.
You know what? When you watch it, he kind of seems to get a little bit discombobulated, coming there, then changing his mind. So then it's kind of lost maybe the shape where the goal is. But yeah, you can see it's clearly missing there. And you know, obviously, you know, they score from it, but you can't really look too deeply into that simply because you can never quite tell as a goalkeeper exactly where you are. You just feel like you have to make the save. But it's good movement from Trevor Chalobah. But again, it all comes down to, as Gianfranco will attest to, the quality of the ball in.
Delivery is excellent.
Fantastic.
Absolutely excellent. Also, he's delivering in the most dangerous area.
Yeah.
Normally, I think there is a percentage in the corner kicks. The majority of the goals are scored on the first post or the nearby. And there was an example.
And that was Chelsea's first corner of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only the second time Arsenal have conceded from one in the Premier League this season.
But again, you know, even against Tottenham as well. Tottenham are not bad at them as well. Chelsea have...
Reece, well played. A real battle of a London derby. That you're pretty proud on the whole of the way you pushed them to the limit today.
Yeah, it's obviously disappointing, you know, to come away with only 1 point. You know, we went down to 10 men pretty early in the game, and you know that made it difficult. I felt, you know, we had a lot more of the ball, and it was 11v11, and yeah, going down to 10 made it more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, God, that really says something that you stood here disappointed against a team like that, given that they had that man advantage for so long. Does that tell you about the progress you've made? No,
I think everyone can see, you know, where we are, what we are fighting for. I think today was, you know, a big statement. You know, even though we wanted to win, you know, there's lots of positives to take from that. How were you able to give them so many problems tactically in that first sort of 30, 40 minutes before obviously Caicedo got the red card? No, we worked hard. There's a lot of, you know, analysis and, you know, hard work from the managing staff that, you know, sets us up the right way and wants us to, you know, play and perform in a certain way that, you know, he thinks will hurt them. Physically, in that midfield particularly, did it feel like a game on the edge? Looking from the sideline, it almost felt like a red card was maybe inevitable in that match. I mean, if you look at the amount of yellows there were, I thought there was, you know, going to be one more red. You know, there was so many. Even after Caicedo, yeah. Yeah, there was, you know, maybe 7 or 8 players, you know, on yellows throughout, you know, both teams. Why do you think that was? Oh, it's a London derby. Right. Yeah. You know, everyone wants to win this game. Daft question. Yeah. How did you enjoy the battle in that midfield? There was a time where it was, you know, maybe last season, unusual to see you in there, but now, look, I'm going to give you the Player of the Match award in a minute or two. So you're able to match top players and run a game now. No, I think, you know, Arsenal are, you know, they've been at the top for the last few years. You know, playing them is, you know, we knew it wasn't going to be easy, and no, their midfield is, you know, is tough, but you know, we done what we could today and tried to, you know, play our game and, you know, hurt them off the ball. Yeah. Did you get a view of the red card for Moises? No, I haven't seen it back, so no, I have no comment on that. Fine. What did the manager say at half time about reshaping you? No, he changed, you know, the formation slightly. You know, we knew we wasn't, you know, going to have the ball as much, and they was going to come, and we had to, you know, soak up the pressure and try and catch them, you know, on the counter, which, you know, we did a few times, but, you know, we didn't have the final touches. Yeah, and as you said already, though, despite the disappointment, a statement performance matching them like that. Yeah, I think, you know, I'm proud of the boys. It was, you know, electric, you know, here at Stamford Bridge today, and, you know, we take a point and move forward. Well done, Reece. You are, as I said earlier, the player of the match. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Well done, mate.